Marshall comes back home, only to notice that Jacqueline was just on the sofa sitting there waiting for him. I swear the only thing that was missing was gloves.
Yeah. She was ready.
She was ready. And he sat down and he kind of looked at her and he was like, I got a question to ask you. Mm-hmm. Why did you accept my proposal?
How disappointing was that question?
Hey guys, welcome back to Human Resource. I'm Uma.
I'm Selma.
So we're going to do the review for episode 10 and 11 for season 4, Love is Blind.
Now, episode 9 left us on a crazy cliffhanger.
Yeah.
And who was leading that cliffhanger?
Jackie and Josh met up in a cafe.
Some kind of a week meet and greet. We're trying to get your wedding dress fitted, okay? Because you said you want to get married. Mm-hmm. And here you are abandoning that to go get a cheap coffee and talk with Josh.
Mm-hmm. Now, don't forget that the minute she saw him, she said to him, the moment I saw you, I was attracted to you.
Yeah, even she said my physical body part reacted, girl. Slow down, okay? And she spent the whole time talking to Josh and kind of downplaying her emotions with Marshall. Mm-hmm. She said that, like, listen, Josh, Marshall ain't just a guy for me because, look, I told him to get aggressive and to boss up. That's the only word she knows. Boss up. And she did. He did. He kind of cried, or he said left for 3 days.
Yeah, that's what she says. We still don't know if that's true or not.
Yeah.
Now, Josh says, I don't really show my emotions that much, because probably his background, because I do competitions and training and all of that. I'm like, all right.
Okay.
Yeah. And who cares?
So?
Regardless, at the end, Josh asked him, so what do you think about Marshall now? And she says, I don't care. I don't care.
She is a queen of detachment.
Yeah.
Was she even attached to him to begin with? Makes me want to guess everything about her relationship with Marshall.
Well, we already saw a little clip of her, if you have seen one of the episodes, probably episode 5, that she is a flip-flopper. She is two-faced.
She is a two-faced.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, at the end of that whole scene, they embraced with each other with a kiss.
You see, while Jackie is building a new bond with Josh, Marshall is left with his friends to let them know that him and Jackie ain't gonna materialize.
Yeah.
And I feel like his friends said, or on the DLO said, she's trash.
No, they actually said it.
They actually said it.
Yeah. To his face.
And he even told them that she didn't have the decency to send him a text. Now, hear me out, guys. Hear me out. I'm telling you, sometimes when women tell guys, you're not so emotional, we're not so much, you got guys like Marshall, who was emotional, but then dealt with a woman like Jackie. And then now you're left with a guy who's burnt.
Oh, the reality is she wasn't mature enough to be with a guy.
But it doesn't matter. I'm just trying to say that there's faults in both groups, right?
Okay.
We always so caught up on, like, the guy's got to be wrong, the guy's got to be wrong. And we never look like there's women like Jackie that is a walking flame.
It's not a red flag? She's a flame now? Yeah.
She's blazing.
She's blazing, baby.
Yeah. Everybody in front of her is getting caught in the fire. So I'm just saying, keep your eyes open. It's not always the guy's fault. You got great guys like Marshall that's get through a bad experience. And next thing you notice, the next woman is going to catch his wrath.
He becomes the villain.
Exactly. So just want to put my 2 cents in. Y'all, leave me a little comment, like, Selma, let me know.
So at this point, the ladies are trying on their new wedding dresses, and they bring their friends or family. They meet Vanessa, Nick Lachey's wife, one of the hosts, and also the men's are also doing the same thing, trying on their tux, meeting Nick Lachey and with their family. Except Kwame, he didn't even bring a friend. He didn't bring a family member. He bring an acquaintance that he met in the pods.
And it's an acquaintance that had a thing with Chelsea. He's doing everything to block off any relatives.
No, or probably his friends are not real friends. Like, at this point, are you telling me you can't even bring one? One?
He's so protective on, like, exposing his own. But Chelsea, you got her auntie, nieces and nephews on camera. So now, Marshall comes back home, only to notice that Jacqueline was just on the sofa sitting there waiting for him. I swear the only thing that was missing was gloves.
Yeah. She was ready.
She was ready. And he sat down and he kind of looked at her and he was like, I got a question to ask you. Why did you accept my proposal?
Exactly.
And everything came out of, was her, I even forgot her name. My brain's already hitting delete. Jackie's mouth was kind of like she was out here erasing everything about him. Everything that she's saying was like detached of emotion. She was like, I tried so much to answer your question, but I wasn't sufficing. And I think my fed up was when I came back home from the party and you're pressuring on me. And I'm like, bro, I'm just trying to go to bed and go to work tomorrow. She completely doesn't even consider his emotion. She even tells him that you constantly need validation from me. No, Jackie, he doesn't need validation. He needs a direct answer from you. Where's your head in this?
Where are we in this?
Yeah. Completely.
Are you in or are you out?
Are you
want to
in,
marry me or not?
Literally. And she just like, after all of that, she said, I can't give you what you want. Finally,
well, thank you for
said
telling
something.
us, Jackie.
Oh
we were
God.
waiting for this for
You
a while.
held that as a hostage.
But you do know you did cheated.
You know what? I want the ring back. And guess what she said?
Well, I'm going to keep the ring because I accepted it because I wanted to marry you. Everything I told you in that pod was real.
She's bold. Wow. But you know what? A previous video, I did say that, I will never give the ring back.
Yeah, and I'm a firm believer, and you always give the ring back. You want nothing.
But let me just clarify even more. If I did a guy dirty, then I'm going to give the ring back. If it's the other way around, I'm keeping it. It's a gift.
You know what? Marshall is so lucky. Zach is a criminal attorney because all he has to do is just go next door, knock the door, and say, Zach, I need you to do a civil service. I need you to arrest Jackie. She stole my ring. She out here looking like a criminal.
Well, it's not stolen if you gave it to her. It's
no,
a gift.
No, it's no longer a gift because she out here thieving. You stole you conned me. You sold me a fake relationship. I gave you a ring as a result, and the relationship didn't even materialize. I want the ring back.
And look what he said after that.
What are you saying to me right now?
I don't want to be with you anymore. And
You want to be with Josh?
I will find that out.
So now you have Chelsea and Kwame finally going to their engagement photo shoot. They do some kind of a French theme photo shoot.
Boudoir? I think that's what they said?
Say that again?
Boudoir?
Say that again?
I would never get it right. I don't care.
Anyways, and I
weird.
like this part. I personally think this holds some type of a truth to this because Kwame tells her that I come from a very strict background. My parents
Christian,
are Ghanaian,
African, yes.
Ghanaian Christians, and so they have very strict belief, and they don't kind of do what they do like everybody else do. I think not like the way kind of Chelsea does it. And he's saying this is so abnormal for me, and that I strongly believe that my mama's holding a reservation. And if she does not come, she's going to surely send some blessings and regards from wherever she is.
Oh, that's nice.
I like the fact that he spoke that truth because it's very true in cultures. And very true cultures that they're not so open to ideas like this. And I know Chelsea's family has some reservation, but they're more supportive than he is. And I think it's because he comes from a very strict background. It's like so unorthodox to him. But the part I'm not letting him flex on or get away with it is when he said that my mom's going to send some beautiful regards from wherever she is. That's another reason why she ain't coming.
In the end, this is really sad that Chelsea has to deal with this kind of things.
Yeah.
Because the fact that you haven't met his mother, his sister, his brother.
You would call that a red flag, but
definitely, I'm running away.
It's tricky. It's a tricky situation. What do you guys think?
So after that, we have Tiffany and Brett. So far, we're seeing that Tiffany is stressed out, crying a lot, and she's drained. And I'm shocked because this is a happy moment. This is a happy time of your life. You're getting married to a man you built a connection. Though it seems that she's worried about something. I don't know. Probably she has a secret. Probably she feels like Brett is too perfect. And, she haven't seen certain flaws that made her more settled about herself. I don't know. But there's something there and I really want to find out.
Tread lightly.
So Kwame tries to call his mother. And what do you think? Did she pick up? No, she did not.
I would WhatsApp call.
She left him on
They
silent.
always pick up WhatsApp calls.
Yeah, so she's not picking up. She doesn't care. But he called his brother, and finally we hear a familiar voice. Finally, someone who's
a family
related.
member, a relative. He didn't just come onto planet Rock by himself.
He has a family.
Yeah.
And he said, "Do right by you." In the end of the day, listen. Obviously, Kwame's mother is a traditionalist. She wants him to probably marry a Ghanaian girl. right? Why not? But she's not happy. But hopefully she
They'll
comes
find
around.
a solution, yeah. So our last group is Bliss and Zach, and they go to see Bliss's daddy. And let me tell you this, Bliss's daddy has a lot of reservation, and Bliss tries her best to kind of bring some resemblance. She lets Zach's comes from a broken family, and somewhat resembles her dad. She said there's some things you guys have whole
Rough
similarities too.
upbringing.
Rough upbringing.
Yeah.
And then she said, I come from a divorced family, comes from a divorced family. She said, I'm taking this very intelligently and I'm walking with this cautiously, and her dad doesn't believe so. He even asks, he's like, how long have you guys known each other? She goes 20 days, and he's like, yeah, I don't trust y'all's even more.
So clearly we can see that the father is not really into this
He's not buying
whatsoever.
into it yet, no.
But Zach really showed a great first impression.
Yeah.
But I feel like in the back of his head, he feels like, oh, this family's not accepting me. And
At least the dad side, because he
is he
really
gonna
liked the mom's.
self-sabotage?
What do you guys think?
So in episode 11, we get dragged into Chelsea and Kwame arguing because he doesn't want her to take his last name. Another red flag, you guys.
Luckily in my culture, I don't want to take a last name anyways, but
No, it doesn't matter.
it is a red flag. The thing is, you can see throughout that whole clip, Chelsea is so optimistic. She's sensing that Kwame believes already the marriage is gonna tank.
And she's optimistic.
Yeah, and she tells her, listen, in marriages you have your up, you have your down, you have to look at the whole picture, the whole package, and that's 100% true. Nothing is gonna be like so handy dandy and all sunny delight.
You can see she's fighting this.
She's
so badly.
holding on to her dear life for this marriage, and Kwame is just at this point like playing the piano on her. Yeah, so
You mean the violin?
yeah, at the point of kind of violin. And then you notice like what happens is that you go straight into the bachelorette party and the bachelor's party that goes down in downtown in Seattle. And you can see that Zach links up with his friends and they talk, and then they even have a dancer there. And Zach was like, really,
I'm not feeling it.
I'm not feeling the dancer.
And because of his mom's background, but most of the time he just talks about the similarities with Bliss.
Yeah, and you know what? We get to see Micah put a little action into her friends.
About time.
Yeah, and she tells her friends, Shelby and another new one, that, listen, I'm going to give this marriage a shot.
Yeah.
I'm going to stand by Paul, whether you like it or not. And that was interesting because I remember she's held her friend's opinion in high regards. And she even gave kind of a Paul, like, you should really care what our friends think.
And what did Shelby say? She's like, I'll be there, but I want to be happy.
She don't care anymore.
Yeah.
Looks like what's her name? Micah's going to do it. So now it's wedding day, and you see Chelsea and Kwame super excited and happy. You see Chelsea's family are there, and everywhere is looking beautiful, blossom, pink, and her whole family is just kind of like enjoying rejoicing the whole moment. But before
happy for
that,
her.
they're definitely happy. But before that, you notice that you see a small little montage about the whole relationship with Kwame and Chelsea, and you notice that they paint Kwame completely in a different light. It's almost
Compared
as
to
if
Chelsea.
it's almost as if his reservations are so valid. Like they talk about everything. I'm saying, oh my goodness, these are all important stuff
They
that
all
he's
bring
worried
his
about.
concerns.
Yeah, it makes no sense. But then when you look at Kwame's room, it looks like a frat house. Like he's
All
talking
the
about
boys, the
Vegas
drinks, all
and stuff
that.
like that. I'm like, what are you talking about? We're getting married.
Married, and if I'm gonna be single, I might just book a flight to Vegas after this. This arguably is the biggest decision.
I mean, like, why are you talking about Vegas if it don't work
Even
out?
that point, he was worried. He seemed stressed. He wasn't comfortable. Now, after that, guess who showed up? Thank God, his sister and brother. About time, a familiar face.
Finally, family.
He does have family, you guys. And, they embraced him. They said to him that, this is your moment regardless of the situation. And Mom. They said, Mom, and you know how she is. But later on, she'll probably
Come around, and they can't wait to see her. And they did a prayer.
Yeah.
So you can see that he does come from somewhat of a strict family member. And then Kwame's sister took that energy and went to
Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Oh my, and you know what? I teared up. I know you teared up for once. And it was just a beautiful moment. She brought her a beautiful bag that represents, something blue, something new.
And something old from like the tribes and
the
stuff like
tribe.
that. And she even told Chelsea, don't you dare turn back. I'm going to turn around and put you right back
I'm
there.
like, I'm pretty sure she's not going anywhere. I
Yeah.
think it's your brother who's probably going to run away.
And then fast forward, the wedding scene happens. And they're all doing their beautiful speeches. And we kind of leave it off at a beautiful cliffhanger.
So that's our review for episode 10 and 11. Please subscribe to this video and see you next time. Bye now.